Now, here's your host, Dan Celia.
Welcome back, American Family Radio Network, Financial Issues. I'm Dan Celia. It's great to be here. We are going to get back to the phones. 866-300-9298. 866-300-9298. All the major indices in negative territory. Oil's not moving much. Looks like precious metals are pretty much where they are. There's not where they were. Gold is up slightly. It's at 1321. Not a lot of movement, but 1321 on gold. All the major agricultural commodities are in positive territory, and oil right now is sitting at 103.55. So oil's not moving much. Brent's at 109. So hopefully, we'll see oil start to come back down. It did come down. It was at 103.72. It's now 55. Hopefully it'll continue to come down. Silver up a little bit, 21.71, and I know a lot of people care about that. Copper is up about 1/3% right now, and I care about copper more than just about any other commodity. I watch that very closely because I think it's a great indicator of the economy internationally and here. So copper is a good one to watch, but it's so depressed that it's almost irrelevant at this point. But all the major indices in negative territory. So, of course, the big question is what to do in the markets, and that's the question I'm getting all the time, and that's the question I am speaking about on a regular basis as I go about around and talk and head to town hall meetings. By the way, speaking of town hall meetings, I'm going to be headed to, I think, the end of the month here. It's not October yet. Sometime in October, we're going to go to Tyler, Texas. We're going to be in Tyler, Texas let me just take a quick look at when we're going to be there. But we're going to be in Tyler, Texas, I think, October, let's see, the 28th. 28th, we're in Tyler, Texas. Then we're going to be in Lafayette, Louisiana, the next day on Tuesday, the 29th. We start at 6:30 in the evening. All you got to do is show up. Just come on out. But we do need, not all you got to do, because we do need you to register. So we hope you'll register because we need a head count. We have far too often not had enough chairs set up or what, not even a big enough room sometimes. So we've got to be careful of that. So we need a head count. We don't care if you bring a busload of people. I don't have anything to sell. We're not selling anything. We're not selling product. We don't have booths and tables and set up from various vendors. We don't do any of that stuff, and we're never going to do it. So none of that's there. You show up, say hi to everyone, go grab a seat. And when you leave, you can hang around. You can greet me and say hello. I would love that. But that's it. You're going to learn a lot. You're going to laugh. We're going to have fun. You're going to hear some things that you've never heard before, I'm sure. And it's great stuff. So I hope you'll join us. And the first one is going to be in Tyler, Texas. Then we're going to Tyler, Texas on the 28th of October. Lafayette, Louisiana on the 29th of October. Then we're headed to North Carolina, Fayetteville, North Carolina on the 12th of November. And on the 14th of November, we'll be in Amarillo, Texas. So hopefully you can get to one of those. Go to the website, afr.net, and find out all the dates and the exact place they're going to be so that you can make plans. And we hope you'll come out to those. But please register. It really just helps us out. You don't need to give us a lot of information. We just need a head count. That's all we really care about. So if you can help us out that way, and a lot of people come without registering, we know that, but it really can be tough when we have a place where seating is limited. So we need to get a head count, and I really hope and ask you to register. Looking forward, I know there are hundreds of people coming out to the Billy Graham Training Center, the Cove, on Tuesday as we get cranked up, or is it Monday? Tuesday, as we get cranked up at the Billy Graham Training Center at the Cove for our AFA retreat. And we're going to be there. We're going to be speaking. We're going to have times of fellowship, great time in God's Word. We're going to retreat from the world for a couple days. Governor Mike Huckabee is going to be there. He's going to speak to us. I'm going to speak, and Alex McFarland from Exploring the Word. Tim Wildman will be there. We're going to have a great time. We're going to have a great time of worship, great time in the Word, some quiet time. And I look forward my wife and I look forward to meeting as many of our listeners as we possibly can, because I enjoy that more than anything else. So I hope you're coming. I don't know if it's too late to register or not. You can check it out and go to afr.net and find out. Just go to afr.net and click on the AFA retreat. It'll give you a phone number. The phone number, by the way, if you want to register, is 800-950-2092. 800-950-2092 if you want to register. Once you register, it's all inclusive. You don't have to pay any more money when you get there, or pay for meals or anything like that. And it is a great time. Last year we had a wonderful, wonderful time, and I know we will again this year. So hopefully I'm going to see a whole bunch of you next week. All right, let's get back to the phones. 866-300-9298. 866-300-9298. Let me go to Daisy. Daisy's calling us from Oregon. Wait a minute. Hold on, Daisy. Before I do that, let me just finish up with Sarah from Arkansas. Sarah, if you're still listening, you know, I don't know how old you are. You sounded young, but, you know, if you're young and you feel confident that you can, you know, start over again, begin to save for another house, and work towards that. If this is a house that you think you could stay in for a long time, you've already been in it 6 years. I know you're a little bit underwater on that, but at the same time, you know, I'd love to see you stay in it. And I don't know, you know your situation. It sounds like you've cut everything. I'm proud of you for working hard to get out of debt. I know that's a difficult thing to do. And first and foremost, stay out of debt. You know, maintain that debt-free lifestyle. It will pay off. But maybe there's opportunity for another job on the horizon for your husband. And maybe his hours are going to increase. But I certainly would like to see you keep it if that's at all possible. But if it's really a burden, if it is a burden that you don't want to bear anymore, but you're able to do it, then I would ask you to prayerfully bear the burden. It'll be worth it. It'll pay off. That's easy for me to say. I know, and I know it's hard. I've been there. I know it's difficult. I know it gets frustrating. I know it's just, you know, you just don't want to do this anymore. But if it only means another year or even two, look, you know, I've always told my kids what I've always told myself. I can do anything for a certain period of time. If you tell me that I got to suffer for a year, I can suffer for a year. I can do anything for a year. I can do anything for a couple years. Whether I want to do it forever is another story, but I can do it for a year. And so I'd ask you to dig in deep. If you're able to pull it off, it's just a burden, and try to hang in there and do it. But if that's not a possibility, then of course you have no choice but to sell. Let me go to who we're talking to, Daisy from Oregon. Hi, Daisy.
Hello. We love your station. We always listen it every morning. It's very informative. It's very helpful. It helps us go enlightened for the whole day.
Thank you for that, Daisy.
And my comments about our country, you have got it. And until this country will not learn how to make an income and set aside some money before they spend it, then we won't grow. One example is a lot of different people from different countries pay their entrance when they come here. For example, a Filipino. I am a Filipino. I come here and my husband spent thousands of dollars to come here. Then now they let people that come here who don't pay, and then they are now accepting them and letting them as citizens. It's not fair. And it's crippling our society. It's crippling our country because these people come here and create lots of babies and use all our resources and spend too much money. You see, the cycle of a healthy country is coming income and also has a spend out. But how can a country can stabilize when so much outgoing, so much expenses than income? There's no income because these people are not paying income tax.
Yeah, Daisy, you know, it's something that I don't talk enough about. but I'm very passionate about, and that's probably why I don't talk enough about it, because I know it'll lead, to a whole program. But you're absolutely right, Daisy. You're hitting the nail on the head. Listen, the whole immigration issue is going to be a burden to this country. And if it's not today, if it's not this year, if it's not even my generation, it will be in future generations. Now, I have nothing against immigration. My father was an immigrant. My grandparents, my mother's grandparents. Listen, I don't have any issue with it. I think it's what makes America great. But it has to be done the way you did it, Daisy, and your husband did it. It's got to be done with an attitude that there's opportunity here in America that we want to take advantage of. This is a place we want to raise our children. This is a country that we want to be a part of. And we're willing to do whatever it takes to come here legally so that we might have the rights and the opportunities to work hard to be productive citizens of the great country that we're immigrating to. And, I still think there are many that have that attitude. But I oftentimes feel bad as I listen and hear all these debates over the immigration issue. First of all, we have removed the word illegal from the conversation in the dictionary when we speak about immigration. I don't have any problem with legal immigration. It's illegal immigration. And I'm still trying to figure out what part of the word illegal don't we understand. And if it's illegal, it means it's breaking the law, right? We're breaking the law, and we're allowing people to come in here breaking the law, and we're going to make them legal and law-abiding citizens when they're breaking the law. It is very, very frustrating to me. I believe we're going to see a resurgence in America in the manufacturing sector. I think that's going to happen. And I think there are just proof by the real unemployment rate and the lack of labor participation that we have in this country. There is adequate workforce by legal citizens of this country, not just natural born citizens, but legal citizens of this country. So I agree with your premise on that. And I sure appreciate your weighing in, Daisy. Great comments. Thank you so much for listening. Let me go to Larry. Larry calling us from Mississippi. Hey, Larry. Yes, sir. Larry?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we don't have Larry. Oh, there.
Yes.
Yeah, Larry.
I have a question on the Obama mandate,
Yes.
Health care mandate. If you're over 65 and therefore you qualify for Medicare, right? Medicaid.
Yes.
Medicare.
Right.
Will that satisfy the mandate? Or
Yes.
do you have to purchase additional insurance?
No. It satisfies the mandate, Larry. I talked about it, I think, yesterday or the day before when I was saying that it was yesterday, Devin tells me, that I was talking about this because I'm concerned for seniors because they're getting phone calls from scammers that are saying they got a great, for $200 a year, you can be covered and it'll take care of the mandate. There is no mandate. If you're in Medicare, you're covered. That's all there is to it. You don't have to go to the exchanges. You don't have to sign up. You don't have to do anything. Just hang tight. I'm not saying it's not going to affect the quality of care that you'll receive on Medicare, but it satisfies the mandate and you're okay. So just don't do anything until we know for a fact there is something that you have to do. Right now, there's nothing. American Family Radio, Financial Issues. I'm Dan Celia. We'll be right back.